Trade like the trader I want to become. So that's our only job. After we mark up the charts and take a look at the trend, the overall picture, the news, our only job is to wait for our setup, is to wait for the trade that we've planned for, the one that we've practiced over and over and over again for months. That's it. That's our only job. And then when we see it, that's when we execute. We want to identify a location after a strong move down, like we have done here. So we saw price push down around open, and then I marked 2 areas that price could return to. So remember that we want to be open to what could happen. So we knew that price could come to that bottom supply or to the top one. And we also note that even though price broke below those EMAs, if we look left, we can see that they are pretty much moving sideways. We can see that the EMAs are almost horizontal. So we know from experience and from our last video, if you watched last week's video, that means that price could be ranging. So it's going to be a quick scalp to the downside. And so what we're going to do is wait. So we're going to wait for this candle to complete. We'll see if it invalidates our zone, and we know that it'll be invalidated if that candle closes above our 5-minute supply. So we're waiting. And one of the things we can do while we're waiting is we see there are so many seconds left on the timer, which is in purple there. So you could either set your phone for that amount of time and then check the candle at that time. Or you could set an alert on your screen so that you know if price has gone above or below a certain area. Hey Siri, set an alarm for 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
2 minutes and 52 seconds, starting now.
If we do something like that, then we can take our attention away from the screen for a while, do something different, and as soon as the alarm goes off, we can go ahead and look at the screen again. My job isn't to force the trades. Remember, we don't want to force any trades. Our job is to stay ready, right? And if we stay ready, we'll be ready. It doesn't mean that we're just doing nothing. Waiting is part of our plan. As older traders, waiting, I think, is a lot less difficult for us because we grew up in a time where waiting was just part of the norm. You know, we waited for a mail, we ordered from catalogs and waited a week or two for our item to arrive. So we can draw from that experience because waiting for things is part of how we grew up, right? The question that we're asking is this my setup? Is this my setup? And if it is, we wait for a confirmation and then we execute, right? When we have that sort of mindset, then we're not chasing anything and we're not guessing. We're following the process that we had already decided on beforehand. It's not just knowing a strategy, it's becoming the kind of trader who can follow it. And then finally, we see price close in the supply area above, and we go ahead and delete that bottom supply zone. And now we just wait. We're waiting for some confirmation. We see a strong push up. So now we're waiting for parts 2 and 3 of our 3-bar reversal confirmation. We'll see if we get that. All right, and then I find that I can go ahead and enter into the trade. And I go ahead and move my stop loss to break even. That's just been a practice of mine because I usually use small accounts. And I know that NAS is very volatile. And then I turn off my brackets and set some take profits. So I'll set one there and then one at the bottom of the zone. And so that even if it doesn't reach that bottom zone, at least I have earned some profit from one of those micros. Okay. I'll trail price a little bit so I don't lose all my profits. And again, it's a rangy kind of day. We see prices not really pushing hard. We're not getting a strong push away. And so it's best to cover yourself, I think. I think earning just a little bit of profit is certainly better than being in the negatives. Okay, and once price reaches this first TP, then we will have removed one contract. Comes back up and stops me out, which is okay. It's still a successful trade. So I go ahead and use the short position tool to show where the trade was, and then I start adding our confluences. And we want to note that this is a quick scalp because we can see that the EMAs are horizontal. So we had a break and retest of the 5-minute support, and we retested back up into supply. We know that there is liquidity below. And what I'll do is go ahead and mark the liquidity and mark the fair value gap so that it can be easily seen when I screenshot this for our journal, just to show what I was looking at. These are also things that can be done while you're waiting too. While you're waiting for price to come back, you can go ahead and list your confluences. So that's another strategy that will help you to wait. So we always want to ask ourselves, are we trading our plan, or are we trading what the market is tempting us with? And let me know in the comments, what helps you to stay disciplined while you're waiting for your setup?